Now we're talking about years of my life spent in a corporate environment where I had to pretend a lot. I had to make people think I liked them. I had to make them think I cared about what they had to say. I didn't. I'm just be honest. You know what it looked like? You start your day, you have a bogus meeting that you don't care about.
You gotta act like you really care.
But you really don't. I mean, you know, I wouldn't feel as bad about the time that I spent there had it been a greater outcome. But I got Thanos snap. Everything I knew changed overnight. I was left hanging, man. And now that I've been on the outside of that world for so long, you know, comes a time when you got to make a choice. That choice to me is to say, I'm not going back to that, bro. It's another day in paradise. It's not. It's not another day in paradise. These people do that all the time to make you think like,
It's a great day being here. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
no worries. What are we worried about? I don't recall telling you I was worried about anything. So why are you telling me you're not worried? Or, you know what else I hate? No. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Can't just be me. I cannot lie. I had a pretty good setup going. It was pretty straight. I miss the people I used to work with. I do. But I do not miss the bogus politics that were being played. It changes your whole perception. I was that person. That was my whole identity for 8 years of my life. Gone. Now, I did that. And when it was taken away from me, it felt like I'm in a bad dream. That's what it felt like. Like I've been in a bad dream, a nightmare. Like eventually I'll wake up and I'll be back to where I was, and it never happened. You're just out here now, in oblivion. Where you become an afterthought. People that you thought were close colleagues, they don't call you anymore. They don't reach out. They're just on your own. They expect you to figure it out. But anyway, let's move back on to what we were doing. Okay, 8 years of my life gone. So now it's like, all right, what am I going to do with that time? Do I try to get back in? Try to go back and do my little tap dance, you know? I can do it. I did it before. I can do it again. It's been another 8 years rebuilding a career at a place I don't really want to be in. I can do that. Or I can step out there. Now, here's the thing. There will be meetings after meetings after meetings, right? You know, schedule these things and you got to have this done by this time, which I didn't mind the workload. I've always had above performance evaluations, above average. I was always that guy. But I don't know, just somehow something was missing. And then I realized it wasn't necessarily the money, right? I was breaking high 6 figures. I'm just keeping it honest with you. A part of me has always wanted to be in the trading. I wanted to be the guy in control. I couldn't stand the fact that somebody held my livelihood in their hands. And as a result of that, you see what happened. They took it from me and I'm left stranded because I had put so much time and being perfect in that role, I didn't necessarily take the time to focus on how to do things in my life. And now I have the opportunity to say, okay, you are faced with a similar situation. What are you going to do? Do you go back? Let somebody else control your livelihood? Or do you actually take the time? You might struggle a little bit, but do you take the time to build it on your own? Do you figure out how to make your own money without depending upon somebody else? Which is what I'm after. Let me tell you, that is the worst feeling in the world for somebody to immediately take everything you know out of your reality. Overnight, the first thing I did, I tried to start interviewing again. I was interviewing like crazy. Matter of fact, I'm the interview king. Now, as far as closing on these positions, not so much. I mean, I've had a couple I've turned down, to be honest, and it's mainly because of this. While I'm sitting in an interview, I could feel my soul literally being drained out of my body. You hear the same conversations, the same talking points, everybody mentioning the same type of stuff. That's what it sounds like. Like, you're just sitting there, this is stupid. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be back with these people anymore. Everything sucks. And see, once you lose your job, you realize something, whether you've been fired or laid off. You're sitting in that same cycle day in, day out. That is your life. I used to hear this song in the back of my mind. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise. It's the same damn thing. Excuse my language, but I'm keeping it real with y'all. You'll notice that it doesn't change. It's the same cycle over and over again until you break out of it one way or another. I found trading back in 2000. I'm about to date myself really bad here. 2005. And before even some of you say it, y'all better, I wasn't even born then. I didn't ask you about that new knees. I didn't keep your comments to yourself, new knees, okay? Nobody's talking to you. 2005. I saw this infomercial and I was back at my mom's place. I just graduated from tech school. One of my homeboys hit me up. He's like, hey man, you ever heard of Forex? I'm like, Forex? Hey, what the heck is Forex? She's like, no, what's that about? I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm checking it out. You should check it out too. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna check it out. Man, the way that I got introduced to it, there was this infomercial time, but it was his brother actually. And he was standing in a fitted hat and he was like, yeah, I took $20, turned it into $200 in 20 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm about to do that. I ain't about to go out here and get no regular job. I'm gonna do this Forex without the R. Forex, right? That's what they really should call it. Getting involved, I got in with a lot of bogus people. Got ripped off quite a bit because I didn't know any better at the time. But I remember trying to tell everybody about it. I'm like, yo, this is the way. Now, my pops, old school. Pops was like, nah, you gotta go get you a job 20 years. Then you can start talking about trading and stuff after you do that. I was like, no, we went back and forth. Eventually, I relented and got back into college and I went that route. And granted, I'm glad I got my degree. At the same time, man, if you're trying to get into trading, you don't need a degree. In fact, a lot of people don't need a degree. They make it seem like you do. Point to all of this is that trading has always been interesting to me. Not necessarily just because you can become insanely rich at it. Yes, you can. Especially if you teach people how to do it on YouTube and don't trade in real life, you can really make bank. Shout out to Tory Trades. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there. It's crazy because it has no cap, like no upside limiter, right? The idea is that you can control your income. You can be as average as you want to be. You can be as you want to be, right? You can be as great as you want to be. It is all up to you. It does not matter what your race, your sex, your creed, none of that. None of that matters. It reminds me of a certain movie, and there's a certain manifesto, and they talk about that. We are the board. It reminded me a lot of that. Like, this is freedom, bro. This is Neo following the white rabbit. That's what drives people. Here you are to deal with the BS of the corporate world. You don't have to deal with that. And I loved it because there's no prejudices there. There's no sexism there. There's nothing. You are responsible for you. So trading is very uncertain. You are in the lane of uncertainty. You do not have safety. And it's up to you. If you're not disciplined, guess what? It's not gonna be easy. As you know, I'm getting ready to move out on my own, and I'm gonna have to be very responsible with a lot of things in my life for the first time with no safety net, no plan Bs, just me and my decisions. When I had this job at corporate, I was doing a lot of partying.
I was partying cuz I was out there, B.
Yeah, it's your boing man. I was doing it. But it's just a reality. You are responsible now. And it's not easy. No, trading is not easy. It's not even stable yet. So when people hear that I'm talking about doing this, they're like, it's kind of backwards, don't you think? I'm like, yeah. It's really backwards. See, here's the thing, guys. I can go back to that system. I can go back and be like, yeah, man, I'm back to where it's comfortable. I can do that. We call it a security couch. Be on the couch, chilling. You're good. You got your 6 figures. You get you the nice little house with the white picket fence. Some of us are going to have to do things that are not easy. We got to go first. I realize that this is not necessarily the smartest thing to do. Does this make the most sense? It does not. I'm getting ready to make a jump on my life and my career that either works out or it doesn't. We're gonna find out. I would much rather be in control, finally. When you start getting older and you start reading about people dying, young people dying, it has a lot it does something to you. And that's been on my mind a lot. I'm like, any day, I can get Thanos again. Before I leave this planet, I want to be free. I want to say I did that thing. I finally got to the dream and I made it work, right? And I made it work to the point where not only did I allow myself to be free, I brought so many other people with me, but I got to go first. I realize that, and I would rather fail on my own terms instead of being in a system I don't really want to be in. That's just the truth. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but I do know one thing, and that's that I'm not going back to corporate. Is that the smartest thing to do? I don't know. Where am I going? I'm sure you probably know by now, but if not, you'll see, because you'll be going with me. And with that, I would say adieu. Thank you. My name is Bruce Ring. This is Trader's Ambition. Let's get it.